Hey, Thursday. It's almost to the weekend. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's talk about this meal one. Super easy. Day two of the whey protein isolate. And yes, I was generous with my butter. I got hungry sooner yesterday than I wanted to be. And then by the time I was done with all my meetings, I was so ravenous. It was make it, I mean, you saw the quality of my video. I was like, hey, steak, bye. So let's not do that today. Fortunately, my schedule is a little bit less crazy, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, perfect bacon. Look at it. It's crispy. It's just, don't you love when you get it just perfect? For your liking, of course. So, like, no floppy. It's nice and crispy. Everything is perfectly done. I'm thrilled. And my coffee, also perfect this morning. Mm. So, I have a huge day ahead. I gotta show you guys at some point this crazy project uh, for OhioCon. Previously, the board game room was basically it's board games, and I decided this year that we wanted atmosphere, which other people would say like, man, you guys don't have like no decoration or anything. So I started finding like some of the uh, LARP gear that we had that would go on like tents and stuff, like tent walls. And I thought, it would be awesome. Let's make like a fake uh, tavern patio sort of thing where I'm going to put my role playing games. So the big tables under there. And so we can put up those canopy tents. And then I have like fake brick wall, or well, stone wall with little vine running through it. And I got vines to cover the top so that light can come in. It won't be all dark because it's inside. So it's just, but these tapestries to make the side walls for the canopy, because I needed to customize them and not use stuff that I had previously. What an adventure! I'm sewing stuff together and now I'm cutting it down to size so I can re-seam it and make it fit properly. Because what would be nice is if I had 12-foot walls and like commercial pipe and curtain frames, but I don't have that, and we're not paying for that for the hotel because holy cow, if you've ever talked to a hotel venue to find out what they want to charge for pipe and curtain, it's ridiculous. Absolutely not. So we'll have it be slightly shorter, and hopefully the vine at the top kind of compensates for the wall part being a little short. I'm sure it'll be awesome regardless because it'll be just such nice flavor. Plus, the other thing I did is we have one that's a 13 by 13 canopy tent, and I've got a couple anime tapestries to cover up the window part on the side walls for that one. So usually, what has happened is you unpack a bunch of crap, and then there's tote carts and cardboard boxes and uh, your office supplies and all of that stuff just gets kind of like tossed off into a corner. It looks very untidy, but you have to have it because you need it to put everything away again. So I've got this 13 by 13 tent. We're going to set it up, call it the tent of holding, and I can put all my garbage in there. It's not garbage. Totes are not garbage, but you know what I'm saying. And also, I can put a little table in there with a couple chairs. When people go to conventions and it's people and activity and the noise level rises and rises, and if you work at a convention as well as try and have fun at the convention, sometimes things get to be a little much, and it's hard to get away. And so all that emotion is building. Inevitably, um, someone always has just like 5 minutes where they're like, I'm melting down. And unfortunately, what happens is then they have to go someplace to find some respite. And I thought, I want to take better care of my people. And hey, let's be honest, once in a while, it's me having this meltdown that I need to just step away. Now, instead of having to take an hour and also navigate through the hallway, seas of people, and all kinds of crazy stuff, I thought we could put a nice little table in there and a couple chairs. The sidewalls can close down a little bit. There's some waters, maybe some illicit snacks that aren't from the hotel. You never know what kind of things Maitreya might put in there. Uh, you could just go in there and be like, all right, someone's in the tent of holding, stay out of there for like 5 minutes. Give them a little space, just a little place to kind of clear out. Plus, you know, if you need like 10 minutes during your shift when you're working just to sit down or just to get away from the activity and the hubbub, uh, or, it's just all kinds of stuff. I thought it would be really nice. Plus, it'll look totally nice. I just love that we'll be able to put our totes in there and our cardboard boxes in there. I have an extra shelving unit that I'll be bringing from the house that I can set up in there so we can put our stuff neatly in there. Uh, Another thing that happens is, you volunteer and you're at a convention. Inevitably, you have a backpack with all of your crap in it for the day. So now we have a shelving unit where you can put it in there all nice and tidy and secure so it's not at risk for like an attendee. Not that this happens. I've never actually had it happen, but you know, 20,000 people, there's got to be one. We can't all be perfection. Uh, Maybe we can. I mean, by and large, people are pretty trustworthy, but let's face it, it's a lot of people. So, and also, if you're back behind like a little desk and then there's stuff piled from everybody putting all their personal stuff, it's hard to get around. Sometimes it's a trip hazard. Now it can be all neat and tidy and it's secure right there where everybody can see it and monitor it. Not everybody, staff. Uh, you know, Access to that is going to be behind the desk, so only staff. It's going to have to be effort. People are going to know you're going in there. So I thought I'm just so excited. And when I'm there, after we get everything set up, the night before we go live, maybe I'll do like a quick little live stream and just show you guys the room. Um, I don't have one of those things though that I see at other cons where people put their cell phone on so they can walk around and keep it all steady. I don't know. I've wanted one of those, but I don't really know what they're called, or I'm gonna have to research it. So feel free to leave me your recommendations. I know there are a lot of other YouTubers and people who have such devices. Let me know your recommendations so that I don't buy crap by accident. In the meantime, I'm gonna go have my breakfast, and then I think instead of the game of the day, I'm gonna have a topic of the day. Let's talk about something fun and sciency. So get ready. I'll see you in a bit. Hey everyone. So today is definitely much better than yesterday. I am very pleased, and I am ready for my meal too. So I've got 3 fried eggs and 2 hunks of oven roasted flank steak. It was too much to be going outside with work and slipping in between meetings and all that kind of stuff. Now, the other thing I did was I was able to cut up some cabbage this morning and get it all salted and crushed and into some jars to ferment. So in about 3 weeks, I'll have some purple. I don't know. It's not. I guess I'm just going to call it fermented cabbage because you don't usually make sauerkraut from purple cabbage, but same thing. I like the purple cabbage because it's got kind of like a sweet taste and it really plays well with the salt and a little teeny bit of caraway. So that'll lead me into our next discussion. So, but I'm going to eat my dinner first and then get into it. We'll be doing a little bit of some lessons learned, talk about upcoming next steps in just a couple weeks, and going from there. So got some interesting things to talk about and a little bit about Dr. Volek's research center here in Ohio. So good stuff coming right up. Hey everyone. So, like I said, instead of a game of the day, I just wanted to continue talking a little bit about how things are going in the food arena. I've been just doing some quick and fast what I ate in the day. Quite frankly, I don't know about you, but I find that it's getting a little bit repetitive, a little bit boring. Obviously, now I'm shaking the camera, so even the camera work's getting shoddy. But I do have an afternoon coffee, And I feel like it's time to do like a little bit of an update and how my appointment with my doctor went and what the next steps are. Because, you can't just do forever onesie twosie ingredients. Eventually, things kind of have to stabilize or normalize. So, I kind of wanted to talk to you about what we went over. We had this discussion, it was just a little Zoom call, and basically, we talked about the fact that I discovered that shrimp was a huge issue, with which I am very disappointed. I mentioned to them Rickman's suggestion about the possibly coming back to it and trying a different type, and he agreed that that might be worthwhile, but also said, why don't you just do without for a little while? Okay, fine, I guess. I don't have to love the answers, they are what they are. But in terms of things, we already know that I have celiac, uh, a lot of other issues too. And so the next step, though, is that so we did like this a big, huge elimination. We've brought a bunch of things back. However, we had a little period there where maybe I didn't do my best because I kept continuing through the reintroduction instead of taking a pause when I found something that caused an issue. But I seemed to be okay, and he was fine with that. Uh, the next thing, though, is that in to continue healing up my gut, because for lack of better words, we always say healing the gut. The gut's not really necessarily broken, but um, the microbiome does need to be replenished. And to some extent, reintroducing foods is going to do that. But really, he says the next steps are going to be that with the reintroduction, we need to go ahead and start not just foods that I like and was eating before to check, but also eating foods that are going to replenish that gut biome. Prebiotic foods and basically things like that. Prebiotics. So, and oh, I lost my place. What was I thinking? Yeah, I was stuck on the whole prebiotic things that I need to do. Uh, but some of the stuff that we're going to have to do with that is remember that it'll be things like needing to try maybe making some yogurt. That might be a good start. Um, I think that's probably going to be down the list. Some things that we've had are, oh shoot, I knew all of this like 10 minutes ago, and now I've got to rethink about it. Uh, some of the foods that you would eat would be like my fermented foods, which I love. And I mentioned this morning that it would be great to do because in a few weeks I would be ready for such things. So awesome, there you go. The fermented foods help refresh the flora. And again, like your prebiotics and your good bacterium. So that's where something like the kefir and the yogurts will help out quite a lot. So those are going to be like the next thing, the next few things the next few steps. Now working on replenishing my gut microbiome and getting back to a semblance of a normal ketogenic food plan. So I don't know that I have another meeting appointment to kind of talk about how we have to about a little bit to put my plan back in place. But one thing that he mentioned too was he talked about a little bit of possible fasting, and I was like, absolutely not. I don't like fasting. Now, I say that, but just by accidents or happenstance, I tend to do some intermittent fasting anyways because I eat my meal one early in the morning, which means that I'm hungry again by like 2:30, 3 in the afternoon, so I eat my food then, and then I don't want any more, and I go to bed early because I get up so stupid early in the morning. So I'm doing intermittent fasting, and he seemed to sort of be satisfied with that. He's concerned that I'm not giving enough time between things to fully uh, review the issues and make sure that everything is hunky dory. But uh, I'm pretty much, man, you guys, I am so strict all the time through everything. So if I'm not 100%, I'm just truly can't say that I'm doing anything that I feel is problematic. I'm definitely just ready to be back into some semblance of normal. I'm missing things like my green beans. I know that's a weird thing to miss, right? But yeah, green beans. That's something that I miss. Um, I know that we talked about how it wasn't necessarily bad that being on the BBBE for 30 days, was the food tasty? Yes, but I was honest. I told you there were times when it really, really sucked, and quite frankly, I am well over all of this. I already feel that being keto is restrictive enough, and I have to do that because that's what keeps my seizures under control. Uh, to be honest, I have to say, if my only goal were weight loss, I don't know that I would have ever been able to stick to keto. It really took that extreme, hey, do this or stop wasting my time in this office, in this doctor's office, because you're going to die real soon anyways, before I was willing to commit to such things. So I keep getting little notes from my boss, so I'm a little distracted as well, which is probably why I'm not as focused as I should be filming this video. I should give you my attention. Be here, be now. Be here now. That's the right phrase. Be here now. That's what I should be doing. So it's hard. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you guys that everything is wonderful every single day. Some days are harder than others. Some days everything is hunky dory and wonderful. Right now, I'm really just done with all of it emotionally. I'm just not feeling it. I want everything to just be normal. And quite frankly, I have not been, it's only been 2 weeks of reintroduction. So I'm being utterly ridiculous. Plus, I'm eating awesome stuff. But for whatever reason, today, in the here and now, even though I had that great doctor's appointment, just the idea that I have another phase to work with, I'm just like, it's the struggle bus in an emotional way. I am not happy, I don't like it, and I don't want to do it. I will. And tomorrow I'll probably be fine. I'll be over it. So, plus, tomorrow's Cheese Friday, and Cheese Friday is still my favorite, especially now because I can have some cheese. Uh, I've got a surprise for you. It's still not, because you might wonder how am I doing a new Cheese Friday when I can't introduce a new cheese because I'm going to the meetup to have chicken on Saturday. There's a hint there for you. So tomorrow's Cheese Friday will still be interesting though. I've got something good for you. And even though I just kind of blabbered on and didn't give you any real good things, let me know what questions you have. Let me know where I missed, because I know I did, because I'm distracted by my messages over here, and some stuff from the convention keeps pinging up and popping over here. Registrations for some of the events are starting to pop up. There are so many tasks. Focusing is not great. That's the other thing though that's also a part of this, is that a lot of this should actually be helping me improve my sleep patterns, and that's not going as planned, and that is also my own fault. I am in a high stress moment of my time here, uh, because the convention's coming up. It is like all consuming in my head right now. In addition, my regular work, my job is in a really intense sort of moment. I mean, and we all acknowledge, we're like, this is the hard part. we're in the hard part and it sucks, but it's good stuff. Everything is really good stuff. It's just hard and we have to do it and we will get through it together as a team. So there's a lot of positivity there, but it's a lot. Mentally, at this point in time, I've been in documentation and I'm reading technical specs because I need to be able to understand everything my team is talking to as we go through it. I also need to be able to give my advice and my guidance. So I am fried. So afterwards, in addition, my exercise is still way down because of my ankle injury, which impacted my sleep cycles. Don't get me wrong, I could not be more thrilled with my new adornments, but maybe I could have timed it better because it definitely has impacted my sleep cycles because I didn't think it all the way through, but I sleep on this side and now I cannot, and I have to retrain my whole body to sleep on the other side or on my back. Let me just get rid of this. Oh, I think I wanted to take that call, but we're going to do this and then I'll just call back and be like, sorry. Because I am sorry. I did. And it was exciting. It's about gaming, which is another thing. There's a big, huge conventions, two of them. PAX Unplugged, which is in Philadelphia, and GalaxyCon, which is here in Columbus this weekend. And because even though my ankle feels a lot better, it's not 100%, and I have to be 100% for OhioCon in January, and I just elected to not do them. And the jealousness that I am experiencing from missing out as I see the game companies saying, look at our booth, it's amazing. Hey, are you going to be here? And I have to be like, no. And they're like, what? It's hard. It's hard. And then I've got all of these dietary things on top of it. So, struggle bus. So, what am I going to do about it? You know what? I'm going to dive in and really work on my tasks. I want to make sure that I keep on top of them. I am going to be compliant about the things the doctor laid out for me. Make sure that I do all the things he says to do to help replenish my gut biome so that I can go and start resuming a normal eating pattern. So we'll be able to show you what a normal eating pattern is like for a week or so. Then we'll figure out something to do for the videos. Surely there's enough of the what I eat in a day all over YouTube that this one is maybe hitting its lifespan. And we can do new and exciting things, right? We'll come up with some new stuff. Pick out some topics. Tell me what you want, and we will dig in. And one final awesome piece, though, speaking of conventions, the good news is Keto-Palooza is about to start going on sale so that you can buy tickets. That is a convention that is not one of my nerd conventions. Well, it becomes a nerd convention because I'm there and I'm a nerd. So, but everybody else doesn't have to be a nerd. It is a really good convention. The person who hosts it, Autumn Weathers from Watch Autumn Keto, is an amazing host, and the organization is really smooth. The sponsors who help out with the finances are also delightful. And being able to see people and have a shared experience is very empowering. So you go way out of that with some renewed positivity. And that's a really great thing. So if you can make the time to go to Keto-Palooza, I really encourage you to go and check out that website, ketopalooza.com, and see about picking up a ticket. They're not on sale yet. They'll go on sale relatively soon. I'll make sure that I post a link the minute it goes on sale. But I just wanted to let you guys know it is a really positive experience, and I say that as someone who goes to a lot of conventions. I have tons of fun. I love going to Gen Con. That's a prime time geek con. I love my local conventions, Origins Board Game Fair, and of course my own beloved OhioCon where I am on the staff. But there's something about Keto-Palooza that brings you together with people going through a lot of the same kind of health concerns or and healing up that you are doing. So that's my sales pitch today. Uh, in the meantime, let me know what you think. I never did find chilies to make my fermented chili paste. That's a sriracha replacement. But I'm on the hunt for them because we've had a couple new groceries open up and they might be importing some stuff that will work for me. So if they do, look out for that recipe video coming up. In the meantime, I hope that you are having an amazing time and not having like this bad struggle day like I am because it sucks. Uh, I think that you guys are amazing and inspiring, and I love hearing the good things from you guys. It often pushes me out of my funks and gets me right back on track. So keep up that positivity train. I love it. You know what? Also, while I'm still way down on the fitness level, my ankle does feel a lot better. I think that this Sunday, even though I have the live stream in the evening, we're going to Indiana on Saturday. I think that I'm going to try a teensy ride on the bike and see how it works out. I mean it. I mean teensy. I mean like 5 miles, which should be like easy peasy for me. I know it won't be because now it's been forever and a day since I've been on the bike, and I've been on an injury, and my, you know, lots of things have happened to my body. It's still in a healing phase in lots of different ways, but I think that's on the horizon. All right, I'm done now for reals, I promise. I think you guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for all your hard work and efforts. And I look forward to seeing you on all of the other streams and things that happen. Uh, oh, yeah, tonight. Tonight there's a big live stream. You know which one it is. So I will see you guys there. Bye bye.